Mr. Deputy Speaker. Before let me talk, may I proceed one question without notice. On behalf of the people of Lamburi Trekikia and the family Plomi, I would like to convey my belated Happy New Year to this House, both the government and the opposition, as well as the people of Papua New Guinea. Belated, prosperous Happy New Year to you all. Mr. Deputy Speaker, my question without notice is in relation to the death of a policeman in Edwagi District, Edwagi in Delphormine District, as reported in the newspaper, national newspaper on Monday 17th January 2022. Mr. Speaker, my question is directed to the Prime Minister and the Police Minister and the Forestry Minister. Take note of my question. Mr. Deputy Speaker, on Saturday 14th January was a sad day for the people of Edwagi, Nami LLG in Delphormine in West Sepik, bordering Junior Hansen LLG in my district, Amudi Trekikea, and the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary. The community lost 2 lives and had 2 injuries, while the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary lost 1 life and had 1 injured. Mr. Deputy Speaker, most rural communities in the coastal areas are very simple law-abiding citizens and do not need police presence in any operations in their community. Mr. Deputy Speaker, it is a pity that a police officer died because of the retaliation after he shot 3. 1 died and 3 injured, and people retaliated and chopped him with a brass knife. It's a sad situation. It's a very sad situation. This happened because of the deployment of police by the logging companies into rural areas. Most of these logging operations are illegally acquired, and people have the right to fight for their rights, to complain for their rights. And yet, police use the government-issued firearm to shoot their own people. This is a sad situation, which is not very good, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is the first month of 2022. Prime Minister, in the statement before he took over the government in 2019, and the Forest Minister made in this floor of the Parliament that 2019 will be the end of export of round logs. And yet the previous Forest Minister allowed the extension of export of round logs, and the export of round logs will continue until all the hardwoods are deflated in the forest. Mr. Speaker, this part of the area does not need police presence, and yet police has been deployed into the area, and more policemen are going there. They are not the serious people. They have never run away. The newspaper this morning reported that the police went in there to capture the runaway. Nobody has run away from that area. They are all intact. They are waiting for the police, and they will share their bit of the story. I am very certain. While Papua New Guineans are killing each other, the loggers are smiling and continue to destroy the lives and destroying the forest that belongs to them. Police presence in those areas, especially logging areas, in Nami LLG and part of my LLG, Ama, the police there has been harassing a lot of people, burning down houses, destroying properties, threatening lives. These are Papua policemen, paid policemen, and doing it their own citizen. It seems to me that the loggers operating in this area should continue, okay, disproportionately affect the welfare, peace, and harmony of the people. Deputy Speaker, my questions to the Prime Minister are: Prime Minister, why are the policemen armed in East and West Sepik border, in the area of Edwagi and Ama? Under what command operation? My second question: who issued the command, and what purpose that resulted in the death of the policeman and seizure of the state-issued firearm? My third question: what has the ongoing issue? This has been an ongoing issue in the country. The police officers are becoming too dangerous in the rural communities. Are there any command and control in the place that guides the officers in the conduct of the police operations in the deployment? Prime Minister stated in your statement in this floor of Parliament When will you actually discontinue the run export? Or are we going to still continue to entertain the locals with their petty excuses? Prime Minister, I humbly request your office to arrange the conduct of fair and neutral investigation to the police operation in all the locals in Papua New Guinea, including Erwagi that was happened recently. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.
The Honourable Prime Minister.
All right, thank you, Deputy Speaker. Milak talk. Thank you, long member long Ambunti, long ask him this important question. Long incident come up long electorate block as well as electorate the bordering or electorate long telephone district. That's the first time I've been informed of this incident, and I just want the leader to put his good questions in writing to me. I will go to them fully, especially on the aspect of the question where we raise him long all police engaged na all shooting all man marry plus now retaliation all man marry now one bla police he lose him life. I'll get the commissioner to have a look and investigate what really took place in that part of our country. You may less long over the part of the country me long experience him contest law and order. Allow us to deal with some parts who are facing this sort of issue to phase it out. And may agree one time to some lab law whole numbers me where all man Mary stop in this, you mean I need to use him excessive force, but nonetheless, I cannot step in to do the work of the police. Let me ask him this question will come, and I will get the police commissioner along furnish a brief report to us to satisfy this parliament in respect to this question. But we'll call for a detailed investigation into exactly what took place at that place, so that if the officers of state or policeman broke him law, well then due discipline process will take its course. No policeman is above the law, or no one is above the law for that matter. So if the leader could put the question to me in writing, I will call for an immediate response by the police commissioner and a full-blown investigation into this matter in due course. The other question I'm making reference log, downstream log na stop log downstream, I beg your pardon, stop long run log export. Let me talk. Government Blomé come with a clear policy view that there must be a time in which you may stop him downstream process, I beg your pardon, run log export. Go out long, or DY Blomé, we must process him in country. That commitment still stands. When we came in, we said 2020 onwards, no issuance of license long or Nubla company long make him one of me may call him run log export. Only exception will be local companies, national companies, Papa Grand companies, provincial government companies. And policy thinking blow, government blow, me led by my Pangu party government, me believe blow this blah. 2020 would have been a benchmark, no issue of log license to foreign companies who will be engaged in just cut and run log export. Any log companies who apply to do logging in our business as of 2020 would have satisfied requirement long go downstream processing in our country. We only allow for landowners and local companies, provincial government companies long give them license long katim TVWAN asali, but as they all migrate towards a post 2025, where you mean like every logging in our country should be now in a downstream processing mode. That is our government policy. Reality may be far from what we want to do for our country. We will take stock of where we are. And before this parliament rises for the election in April, as part of my presentation to the country on full audit on what has been done, pegged against our government policy, that will be included as to how much la permit Mibla issued since 2019, how much little permit we go to local company and I want a downstream focus. Sorry, I beg your pardon, overseas company want a downstream focus. How much along a local company with a run log export permit with a view of migrating to a downstream by 2025. So also a report by me give him in April when we are giving our scorecard as we go to prepare to rise for the 10th Parliament. So good luck question. Leader Blong all people belong amputi you ask him, law site law or logging policy, but me give him full detailed report long April, long indicating to the Parliament what we've done in the last 2.5 years. But on the police matter, thank you for raising this on the floor of Parliament. I'll get the police commissioner to give a report back on what has happened. I will make a statement to Parliament later this week, as well as a detailed investigation will be conducted in this matter. Thank you very much.